We are live. The
Hello?
what was it, Andy?
No, I just said hello.
Alright, hello. I gotta switch screens. About to go start this war, Banana Rampage versus Duel Links Taiwan in about 2 minutes. Actually, did they start? They said not start till.
Yeah, they started.
Why?
No, they started already.
They weren't. Whatever. Okay, well, we're
I've
going
just
to game
been,
1.
I've just been waiting for you.
Yeah, the ref said we weren't allowed to start yet until whatever. That's what we're doing.
There's no echo on my end, right? I can grab my headphones.
Yeah, I'll see your echo. You're fine.
Okay, cool. So Blue Eyes versus Water, which is kind of like the staple matchup of this meta at the moment.
Yeah. Let's see if I have the names right. I do, I think.
Personally, I feel like Water is like kind of a worrisome lead, just because like I think this week specifically, a lot of people have been using like either some Dark Lord variant as a lead, or like Blue Eyes because it has a good Dark Lord matchup. And then I think in comparison, Water just doesn't have that. Like, it's pretty favorable against Blue Eyes, but not like extremely. And then like the Dark Lord matchup is like weak. Under Dragon matchup is kind of weak, and like you can play stuff like Necro for Dark Lord, but then that's not doing anything against Blue Eyes, right?
Yeah, just like I can see the overlay didn't work the way it was
Wait, what
supposed to.
happened?
What?
What happened?
I'm a little unsure. What are you talking? What happened?
Activate territory with sharks.
Yeah.
E-tap.
Okay,
Oh, Book of Moon. Okay,
yeah, Book of Moon. That was it.
So maybe attacking out a bit early there, right?
Yeah. Kind of rip.
Especially if you see the
them.
layout.
I have the name backwards. I have the names backwards. Turns out. Fix it real quick.
Oh, he had double Book of Moon. Okay, okay. I see how this happened now.
Okay. There we go. He's picking me. Oh. Well, lose takes game 1. Can you hide the? Okay, I can do that. What are they talking about?
Well, I mean, I was just saying how like it's kind of a worrisome lead, but it ended up working out for them really well.
No, Relip's like the ref's trying to tell me something I don't understand what he's saying.
Hang on, let me check.
No, it's DMs.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. What? Okay. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'll look at that in a second. Yeah, I just a little confused here with the new setup they have here.
Okay.
Did I say it was weird? No, it didn't. Okay.
Okay, the second deck looks like Thunder Dragon. Something interesting to note about Thunder Dragon is kind of cool, if it is Thunder Dragon, but you can tell a lot about what what kind of Thunder Dragon deck it is based on their deck count, because the core like Thunder Dragon deck is pretty much like a 20 to 21 card engine. usually they'll stick to 20 for consistency, and they'll just like play 2 roars. Because of that, like if you see over 20 cards, like you can see like here 21, I would probably guess it's like a cosmic. Usually like 22 to 24, 22 would be like some number of hand traps, and then like 24 might be like cosmic and hand traps, you know. Something to think about. And then it does end up being Thunder Dragon. And he has the Necro Valley.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to interpret like what Redlet was saying. Okay, there we go. Why did they give me that? They didn't want me to use it. Oh, whatever.
If you want.
Oh, like I'm talking about the stream. They gave me some files they didn't want me to use on the actual. I don't know. Like it was blocking the chat, and they wanted the chat. Oh, there we go.
So, anyways, pretty crazy that they actually play the Necro Valley, because like I said, the 2 most common leads this week are Blue Eyes and Dark Lord, I think, so far at least. And Necro Valley is so weak versus one of those decks. But
Yeah,
it ends up working out because they didn't draw it versus the Blue Eyes, but now they're drawing it versus the second deck.
Right. And not punish as it were.
And he has Lila, but I really don't think this is gonna resolve.
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
It will not be resolving. Unless, well, there's no one's like playing like my body or whatever.
And he had the Cosmic.
Oh
my gosh,
no,
that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had the Dark from... The important thing here is like he had the Dark that we saw during the opponent's turn, so he was able to hide the Cosmic delay, making the Lila seem that much more important to his ability to play the game.
Well, he hasn't made a play yet, but that's still in a good spot.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been able to make a play at all.
Yeah.
I assume if he's using the Cosmic, he probably has a real play, right? Like some,
You would
like
hope
even
so.
like a Hawk or something.
Otherwise, you wouldn't really use the Cosmic there.
So adding back Duo here, probably. That's gonna be really good because then Duo can banish Dark, and then Dark can get Hawk to get back the Lord. He's already used Tretch as well. Makes me think that the other back row must be like Lance or something, right? Or MST, because wouldn't you hold a Tretch if you had like a Fiendish or like a Book of Moon or something, right?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking because you could have like, no, that doesn't work. Yeah, I guess you would. Depends how badly you didn't want to lose that Necro Valley.
Yeah. Well, no, like the Necro Valley is like obviously what's keeping him in the game. So.
Yeah. Well, now it's gone, so.
Yeah. There is some type of delay, so I was like, maybe I'm wrong. But just thinking about the lines of play, like maybe it is Fiendish, but I definitely don't think it's Book, because you would definitely hold Book in my opinion. No, you definitely use the Book over the Fiendish.
Over the Tretch.
Oh, he has Levy in there too. He has Levy in there too, yeah. That's huge. Not sure why he's summoning it.
I don't think you need reason to use that effect there. Well, he's afraid of Battle Trap. Oh, you pop itself, I guess.
Oh, Shadow Mirror.
Yeah, okay.
I'm surprised he summoned that last. Like, wouldn't you summon that first? Or am I missing something?
I think
maybe
so.
He didn't have a way.
Maybe his bench graveyard mattered. Okay. Taking it back then.
Yeah. It's crazy after seeing but that's what I was saying earlier about the Thunder Dragon build, like how you can tell a lot from the list just by the deck count. Like I said, like the 21 probably indicates like maybe like one Cosmic Cyclone, and that ended up being the exact build.
Right.
Like things like that is like very trend based, you know? Like if like something could change, like maybe next week, like a 21 card list might not indicate that. Like it could, maybe they just play one, like, you know, based on current trends. Definitely like going for the Lila to bait the Tretch was really strong though, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's see. Oh, we're waiting for them to start.
It was a really hard counter. build of water though. Like it's actually very lucky that they won the Blue Eyes matchup because they were even playing Shadow Mirror as they should, right, at the end.
Right. Not starting. Let's see. Well, they switch tables. Oh, there we go. Join back.
Is something going on?
I'm wondering what's up too.
I didn't see any like flickering, so I don't think it's like Shadow Duel. But...
I don't think it is either, because they joined back on the table.
Yeah.
Now they're leaving the table.
Okay, now that looks like it might be Shadow Duel.
Maybe. No.
Nope, it's not. Oh, maybe it's just like the gate. Like like sometimes you start the duel, but then nothing happens, and then like you just end up back in the lobby. It's probably like that.
Maybe. But if you leave the table, it should like you normally like I
don't
know what I'm doing there. Like normally, the duel will start if you can leave the table.
He's taking the shadow mirrors out now. Like, no, he's taking the cosmic cyclone out now.
Changing your deck.
It's no longer good against water.
Switch places.
I'm joking.
Yeah, we're not serious there.
Looks like 30 card Destiny draw. Maybe Fire King?
Maybe?
Yeah. His Minty is because there was another Minty, right? That was like more like from like the western side of the Duel Links community. Is this a different one?
I actually don't know. But it's possible I just thought of the other Minty. Remember that name?
Yeah, like the whole time I thought it was him, but like now that I'm thinking about it more, like especially because like this build of Fire King is extremely uncommon in like the western side. I was thinking, oh, maybe like he is. Yeah, it's not the same Minty, right?
I don't know actually. Hello, Dom the Kid. It's Fire King, since you're saying.
That's a pretty weak hand, though. Like, I'm not even sure there's a point to doing that.
I don't know. Does Arvada do anything when it gets popped in the graveyard? I don't negate stuff, but...
well, I mean, it summons something from his graveyard, but he doesn't have anything, right?
Right.
Really telling.
I guess you
it's
cycle,
so telling
but,
because, like, if you have... It's definitely not cycled, because...
Well, you cycle a card
like,
through
first
your
of all,
deck, I mean.
Yeah, but the Arvada is actually extremely important to the deck. Like, every copy, because Arvada recycles the deck, but the deck can't recycle Arvada.
Yeah, I was looking like, why would he do that? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of disagree with this. There's no difference from doing what he did and just like summoning the Arvada and passing, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen this deck around Fire King.
It's actually in the finals of MCS right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good for them.
It was in yeah. I think it's actually the most represented deck in top.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even looking at MCS today.
Yeah, I was watching because I had a couple teammates that were playing. But anyways, it might have like a pretty good matchup right now, because like a lot of people think the water matchup is really bad, but it's probably like closer to even than you'd think. The Blue Eyes matchup is probably harder, to be honest.
He's having a hard time with his hand. I guess trying to figure out how to play through that one negate. Fair negate, one negate can do a lot. I can force it. No, it actually does force it.
But the thing is, like, if he had like a Garunix or like he does have a Garunix, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe he activated the island effect and then he realized that if he destroys the Garunix, then he won't be able to negate anything. Yeah. Yeah. So, and then after he just decided to do his play. It's very awkward now, though.
Yeah. Wait.
He could have had that.
Destroy? No, maybe.
What?
Arvada.
No, that's this is Arvada destroys it during the end phase.
Oh yeah.
This is Luna, the Dark Spirit. Okay. It's
Okay,
interesting. I haven't seen it that much,
Arvada
but
doesn't
I do know
destroy
what
the
it
card
does.
it negates. I think if it rings correctly.
Yeah. This is an interesting card. I haven't seen it that much, but I do know what it does. It's basically just like an Aqua Spirit or whatever. You just banish a Dark Monster, summon it. So it's good here because you can make a rank 4. Ooh, Roach. I don't think Roach does anything to this deck, but I guess it's good for lethal. Because here you can go M7.
And then bounce it, and then hopefully win from
Yeah.
there. And even that, you're still in a good position because the Garu's gonna be in hand.
You won't be triggering Destiny Draw either. That's probably more so the reason why he went for the Steel Storm Roach. Just because it has like low enough attack that it's like enough for a game, but not necessary for not triggering Destiny Draw.
Right. That'll be it. Oh nope, never mind.
Yeah.
I spoke too soon.
But he needs the top deck now.
He does.
Because he's not getting Destiny
What
Draw.
top deck here actually?
Island or Onslaught is the best.
Yeah, Island works.
It's probably the only draws actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting that he's attacking with the M7 and not with the duo to get the search. But
yeah. Well, I didn't think about that. Well, you either have it or you don't. You could have another Veil.
yeah, that's fair.
It's not likely because they're into limit 3, but he could.
Yeah, I guess that's possible. Like Onslaught, Veil, or Island, I guess, are the top.
Veil just buys you another turn, but something you could.
Well, it'll also trigger your Destiny Draw for you. So.
Oh, then you draw the one you want. That's true.
Yeah. Like it's the worst one because it just gives your opponent an extra card to have the same scenario.
Yeah. But I guess they're thinking, did he draw Veil? Because that's the only reason why you wouldn't enter battle phase immediately. Oh, I lost track whose turn it was. They're still thinking. My bad. I thought they passed already. Oh, that's
looks like setting 1.
Yeah, so it's back.
Could be a treacherous. That's probably the only thing that could save him here. Or like drowning, I guess.
Yeah. There's not really a reason to play or like not put them in defense, like put one of them in defense. You thought it was drowning.
Well, because like here the duo is going to be able to put back a card, like the Levian.
Yeah.
Right. I don't see. He can actually summon it if he uses the M7 to bounce.
Yeah, you see it.
To like bounce one of his own monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. It's 1. You detach is 2.
Yeah, but you can bounce the Roach, and then you'll have 4. And then
oh, you're right. Yeah.
Levian.
You bounce Roach. Or I guess technically you could bounce himself, couldn't you? No, he does himself doesn't work too. Let me no materials.
Yeah, it won't be enough. Yeah, exactly.
Something was gonna do. Took you a moment to think of that play. No, he's going for that. Oh, okay.
No, yeah. Maybe he's seeing a delay, so he doesn't want to pop a card that's probably not gonna. That's probably just gonna be chained anyways.
That's fair. Level dupe, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay, go. Just pop it.
Yeah,
okay, that works too.
That's a good play.
This play I kind of like a little better. And the result is the same, but he's on
Yeah.
circle.
I like it. Plays around more stuff.
Yeah.
Circle of the Fire Kings, yeah. That's not a very common card, especially in like the 20 card builds, but you can probably find space for it in the 30 cards.
You're right.
Yeah, the hand card is Duel So.
Yeah, there's no
And
stopping that.
not having the island actually mattered a lot, because if he had the island, then he would have been able to clear the board on last turn. Which, we don't know if it wins in the game, but it changes a lot because he wouldn't be able to... Actually, it doesn't change, because like, the thing is, like, he'll still put the Levineer on top of his deck, so that he can still summon that, and you don't have a hand trap, right? Like, you just have Circle. Oh, but then
Right.
when he summons Levineer, Circle gets back Arvada, and then Arvada can... And then you have the island, Arvada can get back... It's rough either way.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have Sasuke come up, looks like. As soon as they join in, or maybe that was a misclick. Oh, they should be in the room then. Oh, there we go. The doorman doesn't seem to like him today.
Yeah. I'm still waiting as well.
Yeah.
This meta is like kind of interesting because I think people are like there's still a lot of stuff being figured out. Like I think a lot of teams had a lot of success with Thunder Dragons and Dark Lords, but those were also decks that like teams would not have success with, you know?
Yeah, that's what you mean. I'm joined by the table, so okay. Okay, there we go. It's starting. Now will I get loaded in?
I'm in now too.
I'm getting loading screen. There we go. So they picked, I guess probably,
It's probably like Water with Necro Valley again.
right.
Yeah.
I was just gonna call it Shark, but yeah, it's Water. Water's better description.
Well, because like, we know they play Lila, and then also they play like at least one Cosmic, but that's about it, right? Like if they don't open either of those, like if they don't open the Cosmic, or if you can stop the Lila, the Necro Valley will be really strong.
Right. Well, they lost a coin flip, so Minty gets a first chance to set up cards if they want to.
I don't think this matchup is particularly coin flip based, right?
I don't think so, but I'm just saying, like, if like Necro Valley doesn't
like
immediate use.
yeah. Like you'd rather go first with it so they can't make a play.
If you have the Necro, you'd rather have it first.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Huh?
You just surrendered.
Maybe? Well, I guess ref look into that.
I'll check the replay to see if it's like a time limit or something.
Yeah, you do
Actually,
that.
like, the name is in orange for the replay. I think that means time limit, right?
Maybe. Well, we'll see what the ref says.
Yeah. No, usually that indicates like an actual disconnect.
Oh, I don't know. I know that means something, but I forget what it means.
Yeah. I'm sure the refs are on it.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks like the game never loaded.
Maybe? I don't see anything in the
Actually,
match
it's
channel.
loading now. Yeah, it's really cool. They're probably talking in like the team channels though.
Oh, wait, did not add to the team channel?
No, the private team
Oh,
channels,
okay.
like with only one team, yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the game just ends. Yeah, based on this replay, the game just ends like without even like a win screen.
Okay. Yeah, we're just waiting a minute for the ruling on this one. I was gonna say, what do you think of sending? But no, we technically saw what they were sending in. So they were sending in
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, the replay and like it just ends with like no winner declared. Like not even the hands are drawn actually. Like we watched more of the game when we were watching it live than the replay will show
Yeah,
us.
it's interesting. Yeah, I don't want to check the replay in case it does show hands on it on my version somehow. I doubt it would, but not gonna take chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just waiting. So if they lose, what do you think would they if this like goes like it counts as a disconnect? What would you sign in against water? I
They
guess.
still have a second deck, right? Oh no, they don't,
Well,
right?
that yeah,
This
their
is.
first player would have been out.
Mhm. That would be a loss for BR, right? Yeah, yeah, because it said that the water player won. Um, Water's not a great, yeah, easy deck to actually. I think Dark Lord is like a really good send for water at the moment
Hmm.
because uh just the both versions, even like pure Dark Lord, uh Dark Lord engine is like so good at fighting through like one for one back rows because the deck is like so loopy, and then the Star Seraphs give you so much advantage that if you're playing that version, resolving even like half the combo to like summon the three monsters, draw two, and then your opponent stops it with a trap card or
Hmm.
like Book of Moon is like you draw two cards for free, and then your opponent has to use one more card, so they're minusing one just to stop you from making an addition to like this play you've already made. So you have like a +3 in card advantage plus the um the fact that they still have to deal with the three bodies on the field
Right.
is very I think it's really annoying for water to deal with.
Yeah, it's like yeah, I've already gained so much advantage, and then you still have to deal with my board.
Yeah, yeah. For a deck like Water that relies so much on simplifying the game state, having just having so many like resources makes it really hard for them to beat you.
Hey, MA, we're just waiting on a ruling here. A game ended, like a disconnect or whatever. So we're
Yeah,
seeing what's happening. We think it's disconnect. I don't know. It didn't end without the replay ended weirdly.
it's not like a normal. Normally disconnects will show you like who wins the duel. That one is like nobody played a card and like the replay ends without declaring a winner. It's very weird. I actually think Konami has been really good about fixing their disconnect issues recently, but we are dealing with Brazilian net here, so.
And there's that.
Actually, there was a time in 2018 when I was working in China, like mainland China,
Hmm.
and I learned something at that time. So I'm sure you know that like China, they have pretty controlled like internet access. Like
Yeah.
you can't go on Google and stuff, but you actually can access the like Google and like those type of websites. But the problem is that there's only like three connections to international servers in China. There's like one portal in Beijing and like another one in Shanghai and the third one somewhere else. If you don't live close to one of those, then it's like very slow.
Well, you know, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But
Oh,
so
okay, well,
like the
signal.
reasons might not all be based on uh like it might have more to do than just like censorship. Like maybe it has something to do with like just like setting up connections.
Maybe.
No, guys, that's not a shadow game. It's just that
Hey,
yeah,
well,
it's
we are restarting
replay.
this game actually. Okay. Yeah, we were not in a shadow game. We were just waiting on like a disconnect issue. We're like, oh, they're gonna do a restart.
Mhm.
Now we're just waiting to get on the table.
Yeah.
There we go. Hopefully it will load in and be fine. There was a Meta Weekly back in the day where Serenity and I took like 20 minutes to get to game 3, and neither of us could duel the other.
Really?
Yeah, like we could
This
duel
must
a
have
mod,
been
we can make a Naruto,
maybe
we
like
could do a bunch of stuff. We couldn't duel each other.
maybe this must have been like 2018, right?
It was a glitch I never seen come up again before or again.
Mhm.
And the duel
Yeah.
actually, when we finally connected, was over in like, it was an OTK because Serenity bricked. So they
Okay,
spent
they're
like
playing
20
cards.
minutes to do nothing, to just get breaking OTK'd.
Well, they're playing cards, so I assume no, it's not the same issue.
It shouldn't be.
Water is going first this time.
Yeah. Don't think it's Necro unless they're just using its last thing. I guess debating on extra normal maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I've actually seen a lot of people do like turn one play I kind of disagree with, where if you open infantry and marks and diva, you'd summon both of them and just summon marksman, so you'd end on diva with marksman. I feel like it's very pointless. Like you could easily just keep the infantry in hand and have the dweller with like one monster on the field and just leave the infantry in hand for follow-up. This hand is much weaker, unless the set of Shadow Mirror, but even if the set of Shadow Mirror, Water will have a difficult time dealing with all the beaters.
Yeah, they just run over it.
Yeah.
Well, they got one pop.
The best case scenario is that the set card is treacherous, and then they don't have to deal with Levineer on this turn.
Yeah, Treach plus a follow-up.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, judging by the delay, I imagine they actually do have one. The delay,
I think they have
in their turn.
I think they have like a follow-up. It's more so about like whether or not you can deal with if they have your opponent has like Levineer drop this turn. Because if they're clearing your board, you probably don't have a lot going for you on the following turn. With a diva, you have to clear the Levineer, so you have to have like the perfect like 2-3 cards to win.
Well, it's awakening, so maybe Levineer will be coming out.
Just
one more discard.
Very likely, because even in like the worst case scenario, he can still discard dark to add the third dark, right?
Yeah, and then he has 3. Did I forget to switch the names?
This is a different worst case scenario. He has double dark in his hand.
I forgot to switch the names.
Where he only plays 2 dark.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, the marksman was off the top as well. Yeah.
Oh, let's scoop. Alright then. So, Minty's off the table.
2-2.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. 2-2.
So I was saying earlier, for water, probably the most consistent, or like the most high value counter right now is probably Dark Lord, just because it's a strong matchup and Dark Lord has straight potential.
Thank you. That's someone corrected me. I did a typo.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I would use Dark Lord for this version. Even though we didn't see any floodgates, like the fact that they use this to counter Thunder Dragon makes me think that they're playing like Necro Valley and Shadow Mirror like they already revealed in the very first list. In that case, like, you have to think about, like, what would you use to counter a water deck that played floodgates, right? Like, would you use Blue Eyes or something? Because Blue Eyes kind of have like a slightly unfavorable matchup to begin with. Do the floodgates that actually make it more closer to even or better? Or do you play like a water mirror? Like, there's some stuff to consider for sure.
Yeah. Gotta get Mincy out of the room. Team let them know to get him out, get the table.
They're probably still deciding on
That's true.
what's
Yeah, there's some time.
Yeah. There's no immediate need to like leave the table.
You're not that worried about timer. Not yet, anyway. Gotta figure out their counter pick. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there you go. I'm being told to wait till he started, so let's see what happens there.
Right. Looks like their counter is some type of. It looks like Lunalite, to be honest.
Interesting pick.
Lunalite is generally has like an extremely good water matchup because water doesn't really have an out. Water doesn't really have an out to the big fusion. Usually, the only thing you can really do is like when they use the Lunalite fusion while you have Dweller, you can activate Dweller's effect.
Pot Dweller.
And then chain book of like no chain. You can only pop your opponent's cards.
Oh, okay.
But then you can like chain Book of Moon on yourself so that you don't control an extra deck monster.
Oh, okay.
So then the hope is that they only have 2 Lunalites in hand, so that they can only make the Cat Dancer, and then you can pop the Cat Dancer after the chain is resolved, and they won't be able to protect with the Crimson Fox because of Dweller's effect.
I don't know what the predictions guy was. I don't run those. I don't know what that
It's the refs, I think, handle either the refs or the mod. So here's the scenario where like if he has Book here, he chains the Dweller, and then he has to chain Book on himself. And then if the Lunalite player has 3 Lunalites in hand, then you still lose.
Yeah.
But the best case scenario now is that he only has 2, and then he has to make Cat Dancer, and you can pop it, and then that would be super high value.
The best
or
case
like
scenario is somehow had 1.
No, that's the second best case scenario. So yeah, if he has 3, so then you still lose. It fizzles, but if he has 2, you're popping it anyway, so you're forcing him to use 2 cards and you're getting rid of the fusion.
Oh, that's fair.
But the fact that he has 3 means that the game's over.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna try. Guess information, that's fine. Not like use this deck again. Oh, there's a fox. Shadow Imprising, okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, it's okay, and then. Alright.
He did play it correctly, like he did the right line of play to try to beat Lunalite, but in the end it's just the chance that they have the hand of like Lunalite fusion with 3 is like not super low and not super high, so you can't really be upset about like getting sacked or like them just having the hand to counter. It's a bad matchup anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just reading about that like an hour before getting set up for this, about Water having a bad matchup for that.
Yeah. But now we'll see if Banana Rampage pair their decks correctly, expecting this.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cyber Dragon looks like. In which case, that's a very good answer to Lunalite because of cards like Overflow and even Cyber End Dragon.
No, wrong button. There we go. Still getting used to this new overlay. I installed earlier today.
Is there a difference from this overlay and the previous one?
It's formatted differently, which takes me a little longer to actually.
Okay. So like visually it looks the same. It's just the
it's behind the
like
scenes.
the OBS setup is different.
Yeah. I was squinting, looking at like the text that's supposed to be changing. Is it gonna be C3 again? Well, but actually, what do you do
The
against Cyber
difference between
Dragon?
the 3 and the 2, I actually think the 2 is better in this matchup.
Yeah.
Because it pretty much guarantees you'll survive on turn 2.
Yeah, it
Because
does.
it can't be destroyed by battle.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless they have a what in a Herald? Better than that.
Well, but you're gonna be summoning back the
Oh, right.
Yellow Martin as well. Yeah.
Just send that. Should be fine here for a turn at least.
But in the end, there's like no realistic way for Lunalight to win without just like Cyber Dragon completely bricking.
Right. I was thinking, how do you beat the trap? I'm sure you do.
Yeah. And it's not just the trap, it's even like they can OTK over a lot of your board, right?
Fair,
Like,
yeah.
that's why I was saying the Cat Dancer is probably better than the Lunalite, because than the Saber Dancer, because like a Saber Dancer you could just like you summon it in attack and you can just lose to like Over Dragon, right?
Right.
At the
Fatal
same
5
time
would
though,
be
like right
neat.
now, if he already has like he doesn't have core, which is already like a huge step in the right direction. But if he has overflow already, he can just send 2 names and then set the overflow, and you're probably like bone next turn anyway.
That's what I was thinking, like overflow is a problem for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, all art Cyber
Overflow is the main reason why this matchup is so difficult.
Not free back row.
You should definitely let this go, I think.
Is there any reason why you wouldn't?
Well, I mean, we can tell, like, he obviously has a Sphere Cerebral type
Yeah, we
delay in
can.
his hand.
Just like slight die, I guess.
But I'm saying, yeah. He might not do it because he has the ability to not do it, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Or, yeah. Or he might do it because he can do it.
I
It
guess.
happens, yeah. Ooh, that's one of the better draws.
You can threaten a few cards.
And
And
yeah.
that actually might threaten might be enough to enable you to
Yeah,
make a play.
exactly. He'll be able to bounce 2 back row right here. If he hits an overflow, that might be huge. Interesting that he's not bouncing first.
Yeah. It's other. Oh yeah, I can only bounce 2. I'd be interested if he ends up using the fusion gate. Good.
Oh yeah, they can even fuse with fusion.
Yeah, you can do it on the other player's turn. You can use it on like if the other player's fusion
Yeah,
gate.
it's
Yeah. So he has to go overflow here. He probably has to pop multiple things.
You can do is wipe
But
the
you're
board.
right. Even at a minimum, he can use the fusion gate to make Cat Dancer to run over the Chimera attack.
Yeah.
Lunalight might actually have this.
And actually, if you reduce that to no, Backer doesn't do anything. Doesn't he just die?
Yeah, he is using the fusion gate effect.
Okay. Because you sent, yeah, oh, that's being great, doesn't it?
oh, it's not game, but
It's big though.
yeah.
Oh yeah, 100 left.
He needs. Is overload enough?
I was thinking this guy. This one goes to graveyard,
four,
but now using fusion gate to do it.
4 times 8 is 36. He needs a core really badly.
And do or die. Oh, we know he has a spear, so like, of course, get trap. We don't have it, then oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of a really rough spot because we're pretty sure there's like a spear, so could be like another card, but I'm pretty sure it's spear. There's like a little light hand trap that only like boosts. Oh, what are they thinking? I'm not sure how you come back from here, unless you can like somehow OTK through like the spear and the monster. And depends what you have, I guess. No, no.
Yeah, looks like he didn't have anything. Unfortunate.
So that will put them up to 4-2. Small little lead there. Could become larger, we'll see. Oh, I already signed the next person. Yeah, they're counter ready.
Yep. Starting back up.
Who was that?
Looks like their answer to this looks like Fire King. It's 24 cards.
Maybe. Yeah, and the little light passed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Kings.
Yep. So yeah, like in addition to character skills, like just like deck count is super important in this format for like identifying what deck your opponent could be using.
Yeah.
In Team Wars, it's also a little easier because when you're getting countered, you wouldn't like. It's probably going to be a deck with a good matchup against yours, so you wouldn't be using like. You wouldn't expect something that's like weak to Luna Light to come in, right?
Right.
So that like kind of like you can like check off a bunch of decks just like that.
So, want to kill the Grunix by battle. Well, yeah, by battle, and then that's what we already have. I just didn't get D-Troll yet. Start. Emerald.
So he was smart to summon the Grunix in defense. Pretty sure other than Crimson Fox, most of the other attack thresholds will can't run over Grunix anyways, except for the fusions. So
Yeah, fair enough. Even then, you wouldn't really want to take the chance that they're, even if they did have another monster, you don't want to take the chance that you're just gonna get zeroed out and lose.
exactly.
Oh, not much, really. Could be a hand trap other than that. Not much going on there.
So this is the spot where Fire Kings want to be with like now they're setting up the Grunix loop, maybe with Arvada even.
Yeah, Arvada's pretty good here. Goes for a Baron.
Specials the Baron, okay.
I don't know if I like that, but committing.
Well, because these all of these monsters will be destroyed by Grunix.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think he's just trying to make sure that he gets over the Emerald first.
Sidra was sent into Luna, I believe.
Oh, Sidra was the second deck of Water.
Oh, right. Okay.
Giving him Destiny Draw is very confident.
That's what I was confused about. Like, well, I'm not sure if I agree with giving him D-Drill.
If his hand is already like Veils and like more hand traps, then it might be worth it. Because the thing is, like, with the Veil, he's already taken 1800 damage. You'll pretty much have to trigger it at some point. Fire Kings aren't really a deck that can OTK.
They can't put 4K on board. And... Oh, he's not
Yeah.
easily.
Well, like, especially not through another Veil, right?
That's fair. Little extra there.
Hmm?
I'm hearing some noise on your end. I don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
Okay. Go for the Martin effect. Curious what the chat means about the top 5k. Don't know much about that. I'm intrigued.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Okay. I was looking at the chat and see what they're saying.
Okay. Oh, there's an Anderson there.
Yeah.
That's my real name, actually. My true name.
Fair enough. Book alone.
Okay. I don't think that matters too much.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going away, so. Like, maybe you could take it back in hand, actually? Yeah, might have been better.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like.
Might have better keep in hand.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was
thinking.
thinking.
Xy's coming out somehow.
No, because he normal summoned the white rabbit already.
Yeah, like, I don't see how they're doing that, but that's the only reason I could think of, because it's a fusion deck.
Yeah.
Does this deck have much of a way to recover if all the Gurnixes die from battle?
I think he attacked the wrong monster, maybe? Because now the Barong's gonna search something.
Yeah, fair.
Also, I'm not sure if there's a reason to summon Saber Dancer, because you can also just go into Cat Dancer and then you could have ran over both the monsters, right?
Yeah, you could have. Tribute the off your monster and attack both.
Actually, you could have ran over the Arvada too. Even.
Yeah. It's not like they can negate because they wouldn't have the monster on time.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's gonna do the same thing with the Garunix loop. And basically, because there's only 3 Lunalight fusions, right? So once they use all 3, they lose. And they've already used the first one.
Right.
The Garunix destroying your own monsters is also extremely relevant because it keeps you. It makes it so they can't Crimson Box OTK you. They have to do the thing with Capital Operative to switch you to attack, and then go for Lunalight fusion. But then you're also not having an extra deck monster, so you're forcing them to have more cards, and you're applying additional pressure every single turn.
Oh, there's how you get the Gurnix out. Oh, well, I guess now
Yeah.
Cat Dancer is good. You kill them both.
Yeah. And the Cat
Guess
Dancer
we're
would have been a
already
lot
good,
better
but-
last turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card has an effect people forget about in the graveyard.
Yeah.
It sometimes comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the beat stick is like, well, it's not that you need a bigger beat stick to get over that Saber Dancer now. Or fusion monster.
But one of the relevant matchups for Saber Dancer's graveyard effect, because usually like it's like you can run over everything already.
Mhm.
But I remember I was testing this for one of the KC Cups, and versus Ritual Beast, it's like very relevant for pumping your Cat Dancer over the 2800 mark, because then you'll be able to attack into the Petal Fin, and then if they tag out, you can just attack into the windows, and then when the windows summon things, you can attack over the things the windows summon.
Right.
So it's very good for clearing their entire board. You could play like some Fatal 5 stuff there.
Only about Fatal 5, this is very telegraphed.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Does it activate? I'm not even sure if it activates.
It
but if you
doesn't,
see
but you
Zane,
have to be on Zane.
but if you're on Zane, it could be Master of Fusion, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I would never predict Zane to be Fatal 5.
I would,
saw Luna, like,
I
was
would
I'd
probably
always
play
think
around it
that's
if I
like-
could anyway.
Maybe, I don't know. I
Like,
think I would
like,
always
It doesn't
just
like
put them on
ruin
Master
my, like
of
it's a
Fusion.
card I can just play. It's a skill I can just play around anyway while still not taking risks. Like it's fine. Or whatever,
Yeah.
still moving towards like a winning game state rather.
But would you give up a chance at lethal? To not, just so that you don't
Well, if I got
lose to it?
lethal before it would matter, then I probably wouldn't give it up.
Yeah, exactly.
But if I was like just setting up my board, I might think about like playing around it.
So this is good here. He's taking the extra 200. It seems kind of pointless, but the reason he's doing it is so that he can. I guess he's not doing that. Oh no, well, yeah. I think the reason why he tried to do that was so that he could summon the Runics back, but he actually already used Arvada this turn. He used all three. What I was saying earlier about like how there's no card in the deck that really recycles Arvada, besides I guess Circle, which nobody really plays.
Yeah.
So this Garunix on the field is probably his last Garunix.
Well, they're two in
Or
graveyard.
like, probably the last Garunix. Like if he kills this, it's probably not resolving again. You know? There's not many ways to
Is this
recycle it into
suicide?
that.
No. Okay.
No, it's 300 damage.
Well, I was
Pretty
thinking,
much, yeah. That's a very weird veil. Because
why
the
would you
Garunix will
offer
come back
that?
anyway.
Because you could have just like boosted and you would die by battle.
Boosted what?
If you attacked into, if I saw that card, you didn't attack into the fusion monster,
Yeah.
and you don't get your
Oh,
effect
the
if he
lo-
dies by battle, do you?
No, but how do you run it over? Like,
Your
how do
monster
you
in the
boost
your
it?
card in the extra, your card in the graveyard could have boosted over.
Oh,
and
that's
then
it's not a quick effect.
the triple fusion.
Yeah, the Saber Dancer is not a quick effect to boost by 3,000. You have to activate it during the main phase.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a quick fix for some reason. I guess I never seen it come. I just knew it was there. Okay.
So this is the other side though, right? Like, okay, it's his last Garunix, but it's also there's only one Lunalight Fusion left
Yeah.
in the deck as well. So like, that Lunalight Fusion will also be the final, right?
I could not find it hilarious. I knew about an obscure effect. Just I never seen it come up and I didn't
Mhm.
realize it has claws on it.
Hey, Frieza.
And the only clause I didn't know was that during your main phase. That's the one part I didn't know.
Yeah. If it was a quick effect, I think it'd be really.
I mean, I always thought it was a quick fix, so okay. It was better than it was.
Really?
Yeah. I knew it couldn't be used during the turn it was sent to the graveyard, but
So you've been cheating, is what you're saying.
I never play. I don't really play Little Lights at all, so it never came up.
You're a cheater.
I probably lost games because I didn't know it wasn't a quick effect. Because I played around something I didn't need to.
I don't know why he's. It's not game, right?
No.
Yeah.
I was a veil just in case.
Well, because you kind of also have to summon Veil at some point because, like, if you don't summon Veil, then like you'll be too low to summon it later, right? So like, that's like it's just kind of Veil's a weird card like that. Like sometimes it just stops giving you value.
It's more interesting except that I've never seen it come up yet. I knew it was there.
So he's gonna use Malevolent Sin to banish the Malevolent Sin, which is interesting.
That's nice because I know what you're.
I remember when I read this card for the first time, I was like, this card will be really good. And like some people I was talking to about it, they're like, yeah, I don't know, like it doesn't get rid of the monster, like it comes back on. But the game's only 4,000 life, right? Like you could OTK a lot. Like it's just like it's not like true removal, but it's pretty good. Like it just enables a lot of game OTKs through stuff like Winda, you know?
Right. That puts them at what?
5, 2. Oh no,
No, Joey's one,
3,
so
4.
we put like 3, 4.
3, 4, yeah. I'm having trouble like remembering who's on which team.
Yeah, I looked up. I looked
Yeah,
over this.
looks like it's a
I worked
very
out.
back and forth. Like Duel Links Taiwan are a little bit ahead, but it's very much so like the counters are doing what they're supposed to.
Alright, which is what we see. What we want to see. Or it's a complete blowout.
Like they brought a lot of hard counters in that game. So yeah, Blue Eyes is like, from what I've been told, Blue Eyes is the deck that counters Fire King the hardest.
What, 'cause you just have like beat sticks?
Beat Sticks, but also like Spirit Dragon is
Oh,
like
Spirit Dragon,
similar
of
to
course.
Dweller. Spirit Dragon can negate Garunits as well.
Right.
But in addition to that, you just have like Ultimate Dragons, you have Floaters, you have Beaters, and you have like the protection from Azure.
I just look at this lineup. I didn't know Vanter was playing. Vanter's like on a team now. Good for him.
Vanator? Yeah, he's back, right? I think. Like
Yeah.
Vanator and I think like Vodka for free? Or like the two new ones?
Sorry, Vanny. Anyway. Yeah, he's a friend of mine. I haven't talked to him in a while, so I didn't know what was going on. What was up? He was my coach for like I feel it was Team War season 5.
Who?
Vanter.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had that type of relationship with someone.
Whatever.
Not like that.
Oh no, I don't know either.
Okay. Blue Eyes player didn't open particularly strong though, but depending on build, it's like a Karma Cut version is very good against Fire Kings, but Karma Cut version is also like trending down lately.
He's going away now. Come back, pop card, pop the alternative.
It looks like they're not opening very strong. If they were able to set up like the Blue Eyes, like the alternative, and then like a tuner to negate the Spirit after popping it, that would be a lot stronger.
I think they have like a draw card in the tuner. Oh, there's a draw card. And drew the tuner. Okay,
Yeah.
exactly what I was describing.
Yeah.
Trying to describe anyway.
Ancient Rules, okay. Also from the top.
Yeah.
Summoning the vanilla from the hand, yeah.
Was the vanilla also from top 2? It might have been. Oh, okay.
Whoa!
Oh, let's do it. Let's go. This is lethal through a veil.
Wait,
You
why
two
did
veils.
he... What was the point of using Ancient Rules?
I don't know. They didn't think I. Okay.
I'm very confused
I
now.
would just. Well, I wouldn't summon an alternative if I were you. Well, actually, that works too. Actually, you could do both. You could do either.
If you're going
is
for the
probably more threatening.
OTK, if you're going for the OTK, then you should pop.
Well, you can
Because you
like
wanna
fuse
kill
and then
them.
OTK either way, so okay, yeah, it works. You have a couple else to the OTK.
What's up?
You have several ways to OTK here. Although actually, no.
I mean,
I'll
like,
forget. It has to
Ultimate
be,
Dragon is the cleanest because we already saw them play Veil, but we haven't
Right.
seen them play.
Oh, I forgot you can use alternative there. That's a material.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like
Like
that
the
play.
Ancient Rules is completely wasted, right? Like you just Ancient Rules down something and fuse with it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so let it go through. So an alternate, like, ultimate, whatever win. Like that. Could even use its second effect if you wanted to. Or its battle effect, whatever.
But you wanted to, because if you run it over, then they can summon Arvada from the deck, and then Arvada will summon back Runics from the grave, which will then summon another monster. So you won't actually be able to deal the lethal damage you need. That's why you had to pop it.
You know, my brain froze and I forgot who just won that game. I'll find in a second who's on Blue Eyes.
Sachi, right?
I think so. Yeah, it has to be because they just went into the game. So yeah. Yeah, okay. So that puts them at what? 5-3. No one choose repeats yet. Just looking at this thing. I guess there wasn't really a need to repeat so far.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have like water's not a terrible matchup. Like water's like generally pretty favorable.
Right.
And Fire King was like the. Well, no, because they used Blue Eyes to counter Fire Kings, right? So they wouldn't have had an opportunity to repeat anyways. Looks like they don't have a monster, which would be extremely bad. They do have the Necro Valley, which is also extremely bad.
No, I guess the only thing that stops here is like the tag out with the revive. But
I mean, it doesn't stop the tag out, it only stops the revive.
I
They
mean, it
can
stops
just
the
keep
revive, it
attacking
doesn't stop
with
the monster,
Spirit.
that's what I would say.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
There's no reason to tag out there, maybe think about the back row.
And yeah, there's like as long as he doesn't draw the Dragon Spirit, that's gonna be the out to Necro Valley right there if he needs it.
Oh, there's Sage.
Or even right here.
As soon as he's not in hand.
Yeah.
You're not gonna take the chance. No, actually, that's not how it works.
Book of Moon does not. Okay.
Oh, just someone defense, so it burns an OTK, I guess. Unless you can.
No, I know what he's doing. He has Stretch.
Okay.
I understand.
Yeah, like then you could just wait on that unless you're trying to bait it out with like a second Stretch.
No, like he's forcing him to tag out so that when he summons the Dragon Spirit to banish something, he'll be able to chain Stretch on the Azure and the
Right, and then yeah, I see what
and
you're saying.
the Dragon Spirit. Yeah. This is a really good play from or a really clean line from Joseph.
Yeah. And then you just think, okay, I think he gets Stretch, or he's telegraphing a
I
Stretch.
think you have to hit Necro Valley here.
Oh,
You have to hit Necro Valley here because, like, if you hit one of the Tretches, it's just, like, useless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
there's
we
the
go, you're
Tretch right
correct.
there, yep. And he has to Tretch immediately because otherwise he'll tag out.
Mm,
So then now he can add back like, a Blue Eyes, and then if he has
flip out
another one,
then,
he can,
okay,
like,
yeah, that's what I'm
volley.
saying now.
Yeah, and he still has the defensive tag.
Right.
Yeah, and face summon, yeah. It's just like the only reason to go for the Necro Valley even there is because of how obvious the Tretch was. That like
Yeah.
you don't wanna just let them snipe the Tretch. I think he has another Necro Valley, but yeah, he's not doing
He's
anything.
also
Now.
a board now, but
Yeah, like, he has no monster.
yeah.
And like he can only book this Blue Eyes. He can't even finish it. He can't Tretch it. He's probably playing Shadow Mirror. He can't Shadow Mirror it, right?
Yeah. A lot of your cards are dead here, yeah.
Yeah. And like book is not like particularly amazing either, right?
Right. Oh, what would he just roll? I guess like a Diva? You know, like in a back row or anything? Or yeah.
Well, yeah, like, well, he could have like, oh, so he'd have best case scenario. He has Book Lance and he top decks Diva.
Yeah.
But then he'll lose to like 2 defensive cards.
Yeah. You get the Diva and you hope at least one you have the Lance and like the other back row step.
Yeah. Setting the stone is interesting. Makes me think he has Tretch.
Yeah, Treasure of his own, yeah. Well, if you do, there's no reason to show it. Oh, he wants to show it. We didn't see him a Tretch
Because he
earlier,
wants to
so...
summon the. It's because he wants, yeah, he wants to summon the blue eye so he can attack for game through the Pokemon.
I still would have thought about, like, I don't know what to play. Yeah, whatever. Win's
No,
win.
this is correct because he's already used Tretch, so you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have
that's
to play
okay.
around it anymore.
I wasn't sure if he did or not. It's like, do you want to really running Tretch?
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't see any track cards yet, so maybe Tretch, fair enough.
I mean, low trap count versions of Blue Eyes usually play Tretch.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying the opponent already revealed Tretch, so this is like, it's pretty safe to have this way for lethal.
Mhm.
You would have to have like double Book of Moon and then top deck into Diva.
Right.
And then even then, you still have the same defensive card you had last turn.
Yeah. I did it again, okay. Whatever. The salty one, right? Like, how am I forgetting this? Oh, yeah, salty one. Next person up. Who is that? Who's player? That's not, that doesn't say player. Who is that though? Oh, that's the ref, because I need to know that.
If I had to guess, I would say Fallen Angel because the other two left usually use their like English alphabetical names.
I didn't know I was gonna change the name. Okay. Breno.
Oh, it's from the other side.
Yeah, I lost track of things.
Mhm.
No, maybe they're just saying what? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's Breno, I guess,
Okay.
using a Japanese name. He got dated.
Yeah, we're just letting you know, gotta remember you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
For this reason, because, like, who joined?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so they're so confident in the water versus blue eyes matchup that they're sending it again. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
So Constant is discarding Bad Stone again. Into the Sage that he opened with. Interesting that he didn't search first.
Yeah.
I'm actually very curious.
Why you would do that when it's in hand to make that better?
Well, because like it's not just about like whether you draw first or you search first, but
Yeah.
isn't discarding stone, like good stone, way better than discarding bad stone?
Wait, am I messing up? Yeah, I did mess things up. My bad. I fixed that. I erased the wrong name.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sachi
my
is
bad.
the one that's there.
Yeah. I fixed it just like. Oops, okay. Look puzzled today.
Still getting the turn one spirit ending though, so.
Whoops. That makes them, I gave the point to the wrong team. Not my day today. Chat might be yelling at me, I can't tell.
I have some bad news for you.
What? And still messing things up?
No, Breno's at the top.
Oh, is he? Oh, I had it right
Yeah.
then. I just wrote together the names wrong. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I know where it's like. It's funny. Well, thanks for pointing it out at least.
Yeah. But this is the the strong board for Blue Eyes,
Right.
consisting of like I think he did kind of like usually for this board you want to summon Dragon Spirit. Like maybe he has Dragon Spirit in his hand already, but you want to summon Dragon Spirit so that you can potentially go tag into Asia and then summon back the Dragon Spirit.
Right.
For this version of the deck, the only back rows they really play are either like Tretch, Book, or Bluff, right? So it's like one of those.
So let's see. Sachi's still in, so he's actually 4-1. and do this. Okay. Yeah, I got some stuff right and like this, and I thought I got something. I like didn't end up correcting what I had right and not correcting what I had wrong. Okay. There we go. That should be right now. Oh, there's a diva. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of this deck. I was trying to fix stuff while you were commenting. Okay. Explains why I went through a lot of deck draw cards.
Okay, so looks like it's probably a bluff, to be honest. Or
Also,
like Book of Moon,
incidentally,
I
that
guess.
name does say Breno. I mean, told. So he did change his name, just in the wrong language. So really just blame me for not being able to read it.
I guess, but it was also like I think that might still be a warning
Maybe.
based on the
I think
rules.
it's more funny if I say that, if I go do it this way though.
Yeah.
Just claim it this way either way, even if it's not. You know, yeah. So you have no back row and... Pops? Yeah, this one. And pop face up card, I guess. Oh, the blue eye's in a good spot here, though.
You didn't try to tack over the blue eyes either.
Yeah.
Kind of curious.
Is it because you use up a pop, maybe?
Well,
then
I'm very confused about the order of how he plays his card.
Yeah.
Like he summons the alternative and then draws two. And
No,
then-
you're talking about the blue player too? Yeah.
Yeah. Both, honestly, both players, yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of understand the side of the, like, it's obvious that he opened a bunch of monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, this is gonna get negated and he's just gonna lose.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those monsters like a spear. So I would not predict that. Oh yeah, your pop was dead anyway because of that.
Yeah, I was right. The sub was blocked.
Yeah.
So he's adding the third blue eyes so that he can go into Ultimate Dragons. Yep. Probably gonna go for the BM with vanilla blue eyes Ultimate Dragon, since you don't have to fear Sphere Reroll in this matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying that too. You don't have to fear it either.
Oh,
he's just
not
gonna
even
move it
gonna let him do it.
up. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that makes it 3 to... Yeah, 3 to 7. Okay. Take out that deck. So next game, I could probably... Did they repeat? Yeah, the repeat option, actually. They could use it if they want to.
Like I said, I don't think blue eyes counter, like water counters blue eyes hard enough to be worth a repeat unless the second deck is really that bad of a matchup.
You only have like 3 lives left, counting this one. So there is that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
If you don't use it now, you're not
where
gonna
you
be able to use
can't.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this war is, it started off really close, but it's really like,
Yeah, they're pulling ahead now.
The blue eyes deck, they don't really have a solid answer to it.
Yep, Sachi's going on a streak. Wait, did I get... No, I did that right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I haven't seen this deck yet. Oh, I haven't seen a Yuma deck You mean right? I'm guessing Onomot, but might not be the case.
Mhm. I think among Japanese players, Onomot is actually a very popular counter to, at least from what I've heard, is a popular counter for them to Blue Eyes.
Oh, Thunder Dragon. Okay.
But I think, like, on the more international side, I think players are less willing to put their trust in Onomot because the deck is so reliant on True Nade.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not Onomot, it's Thunder Dragon.
I was good to not immediately say it's Onomot, because like it might not be. Cause like it's Onomot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yuma,
Yeah.
but not the way around.
We could have also probably told from the deck count it was 22 card deck.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see that loading in.
Yeah. 22 card deck, I think, in my opinion, usually indicates like it could still be cosmic and stuff, but usually from what I've seen, 22 card is more on the side of like hand traps.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a yikes. Oh, actually, no, Thunder going first. I thought it was Blue Eyes going first. Like, oh. Still not great, but.
Oh, this is terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I guess
He
maybe
can
have a
just go.
Spirit
He can
hand,
just
but
go
yeah, that's not
spirit.
good.
Like if he can summon spirit, he could just run it over, and then he can negate the effect as well.
Yeah.
Consonants again. Oh.
I thought it was worse 'cause I thought the Blue Eyes player plastic. Oh, what's in your hand? What's your Blue Eye?
Yeah.
You have the fusion spell, so like, I won't be in your hand then.
He has the hard alternative right here. That's really bad. He'll be able to just like spirit run it over.
Goes for synchro. Unless spear in hand is what I was thinking. Unless it delays on the Blue Eyes, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I think the delay is on the spirit dragon's effect.
Really? I thought it was
Tag
only,
out.
I thought it was
It's
a
a-
bonus delay.
No, like whenever spirit dragon attacks, it has a delay to tag out. So.
Okay. Well, I knew that. I thought that was, well, okay, in my version it would have been both. Oh, you still get a levy. Not spirit. The Azura's not gonna do. The spirit won't be doing much there. That's an if.
Okay, so he drew the aloof, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this time he went for the line with the dragon spirit, which is it helps better follow up because it means that the Azure can summon something back. Yeah.
Your tag out here is fine, I think. Because then otherwise you'd be
It's kind of
worried about,
premature.
like,
I think it's a little premature
Okay.
because you pretty much only need to tag out once there's 3 light or dark monsters in the graveyard.
Okay. I thought there would be in a second, but I get, yeah, a little too early.
No, because he still has to exceed first.
Oh, right.
Yeah. The
And you do
main
on the
problem-
XC. Okay.
main problem is like the back row has to be Tretch or something, because if it's not, he can lose to the new Ixie, the Fairy Knight.
That'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
I've seen a couple games already where like previous games that you wouldn't be able to win with like
Don't you still
Spirit
lose to Fairy
Dragon,
Knight, though,
Necro
if you tag
Valley,
out?
and Blue Eyes. Like those boards that were previously like insta lose for for
Thunder Dragon.
Thunder Dragons, are like super breakable now by the new Exceed because you can make it with just the loop. You make the new Exceed and then you just summon Levineer or Duel on top of that and it's game.
I like seeing that when we get new support that changes the matchup.
Yeah. If he has Tretch, he has to Tretch right here because then
Yeah.
once he exceeds into the thing, he won't be able to Tretch because he can't target his own monster.
Right, yeah, it's both players. I want to see it. I don't know what's coming out.
He's making it.
Yeah.
That better be Book of Moon or else it's dead.
Yeah, Book of Moon or nothing.
I feel like there's just so much delay. Like maybe the delay's coming from Dragon Spirit. Yeah. Now if he has Levineer or Duel, it's just game. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. Like previously, like the Azure was so hard to break. You could really only break it with like
if you're playing Gigantic Castle. Otherwise, you would need like Duo plus the effect. Yeah, he has Duo here.
I think
Yeah.
he searched it, didn't he? Not whatever's game.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention, but.
Verno wins.
Mhm. So finally able to take out Sachi.
Yep, put an end to that streak.
Yeah, but he's done more than enough.
Yep.
5-1 chase. It's a huge dent into the team, into BR's team.
You've usually done your job if you could do better than like a trade, just a trade.
I mean, I think like
It depends
So,
what
I
role
think
you feel like.
if
you have
you're
to do,
just
but-
like my personal stance, like, if you're just starting out in Team Wars, or like if you're like, and if you view yourself as like an improving player,
Yeah.
then like you should always aim for 2-2. Like you should always like 2-2 should be your minimum,
yeah.
and then you should strive for like you should always try to like do more than like is asked of you.
Mhm.
But if you're like, you know, like like not established, but like if you like view yourself as like a more like experienced player or whatever, then I feel like even 2-2 is like not what you want.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And also,
Because
I
like
guess
if
it
your
depends
team,
what role
if
you
you feel like your team relies on you,
Mhm.
if you feel like your team relies on you and you just go 2-2,
Yeah.
then
That could be really bad.
why
for
are
the
they
team.
relying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So it's advantage's up. Wait, what?
Mhm.
Yeah, advantage's up. Okay. That's right. Okay. Change his name. Is that where he is? Okay.
Okay,
Give
so
an extra life.
they send water, so I assume this is like the same type of necro water that were they the one that led with this, or was that the other team? It was them, right?
I think
So
I think so.
I think it was BR actually, right? Luis?
Maybe. It was either Louise or Mizzy.
Yeah, but I would expect a similar build.
Mhm.
Maybe not with the Shadow Mirror, but definitely with the Necro Valleys.
Yeah. Okay, Bruno, I believe, did Bruno 1-1 or 2-1 now, I think? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there was 1-1. What? Yeah, okay.
This is a pretty good start for Thunder Dragons, just being able to go into the Bouncer and have the floater. It can really only lose to like Oak Infantry Marksman, and then even then you have Sphere Karibo. I think we said earlier this is like 22 card build, so I kind of expect some type of Sphere Karibo in here.
Yeah. I haven't really seen I haven't really looked actually, but like a spearless Thunder Dragon list or hand trap list Thunder Dragon list.
I have like there's no room for hand traps in like a 20 card build.
Mhm.
So I think that 21 card build, especially since we saw the Cosmic there, was probably like not playing hand traps.
Fair enough. Okay. I don't really see a 20 build either, but okay, fair enough. You don't have room then. Makes sense. Oh, Pokemon.
Yeah. The 20 card build is extremely like
Last
bare
game.
bones. Yeah, that's a very good term for it. Yeah.
So if he has infantry and diva, that's like perfectly enough cards to have OTK, because then you can go into Brianak and then bounce the 2 cards, and have the marksman attacking per game.
Right.
But like there's other combinations of cards you could have here, like just like diva and Necro Valley, right? Or like if there's no Necro Valley involved, then like he probably gonna need like multiple trap cards with diva. But I think like regardless, you're gonna need diva here. He definitely has it since he went for the Pokemon. Yeah. Even like Diva Marksman is also a game. Like if you go like Dweller route,
Yep.
and then you can like Dweller effect, pop the roar, and then like summon the Marksman, run over the Bouncer, and then Marksman attacks for you.
I don't think he's doing that. But...
Yeah, it looks like he's just going for more control option. Ideally, yeah, he has like a couple trap cards to set.
If he didn't, that'd be a little. That would play a lot of monsters. In which case, why didn't you try to go further?
And then you can just run over Bouncer here, which is
I don't really
it's
want that
solid,
around.
but like like this is solid, but if they have like you need like a Fiendish Chain in this hand,
You don't
or you
want
need
like
for them
11
not to
years
have
to be turned
Levineer.
on.
Yeah, I mean they could also not have Levineer, like.
That's
But
true.
yeah.
The fact they could have is not ideal.
Yeah. Like if you don't have Fiendish, you just kind of have to pray they don't have it.
Yeah.
If you have the Chain, then you can like kind of like play around it, but unless you have another diva, your follow-up is really lacking as well. That's kind of just like the power of the turn one loop. And you can see like even after exceeding and losing the exceed, the card advantage is still like pretty even.
Right.
I'm looking at the match channel and I noticed that there's a Bruno and a Breno.
Yeah. Like one of those.
And they're both like Bruno S and then like Breno SE.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
yeah,
So
now.
yeah, here comes like the charge. Here comes Charge Levia stuff.
Yep. You know.
He milled both the Raiden and the Lila.
So you should have more than a material for both of them.
No, I was pretty sure that they're playing 1-1 because the earlier list of 21 cards, you can only like you usually only play 2 targets.
Well, I only meant
I
I meant
we
the Light and
understand.
Darks.
Oh yeah. He doesn't have any Thunder Dragons, so you're correct there. So like this is just a normal Levineer.
Yeah. I actually just meant to eat some of both 11 years.
Good moon on that.
You want to go after the? It depends what you have. You go after the Dweller or well, the Dweller or your You
I think you just go after. You go after both. No, the play is you don't have to pop your own cards. You can go after both of his cards, and then his infantry will automatically pop your roar, which you can then just like banish for.
No, it's mandatory. You're right.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
There's no point doing this. Yeah, just wipe them both out.
Mhm.
The wrong one.
The roar's not going to activate here because of the Dweller, but he can banish it to trigger the effect.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he has a lot of value targets because he milled all 3 Hawks. He could probably just summon another roar. But is that roar banished? No, he has one more on the deck. Yeah, so there's one engraved and probably at least one in the deck. Most common versions are playing 1 right now, but like some people play 3.
Yeah.
I play 2, and like some people play 3. So there is technically an argument for not committing the Levineer, but I think it's probably better just commit it here, just because you put them so low and you get follow-up play.
Yeah.
And whereas like the other way is like you pass on like a 0 defense monster, like you might just die from that, right?
I was wondering if was there any no, there wasn't. Okay. I was thinking if there was any reason to maybe use the effect for forget about. There's no way you could use it to take advantage of that.
No.
You can't really do too much of that reborn.
No, it's because he also milled all of the Hawks, so he's not able to push as effectively.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, this is like a very easy moment. You can just go like Heliopolis effect and then just like Tretch right away. It's a very early Tretch. You could even wait for them to flip summon.
Yeah. Just see what they do, I guess, first. Yeah.
You can go for the Hawk here to shuffle a card, and then if he draws anything that he can normal summon, like a Aloof, a Levineer, or like a... Oh no, he milled all the lights ones, but like an Aloof. So Aloof is right here. Yeah.
No cards in hand. Well.
No, he didn't, because he milled both of the targets for charge, so it didn't resolve fully.
That's game either way? Yeah. Well, that way, I'll just there you go.
They're repeating.
Ah, yeah, I see that. They are repeating.
So I imagine this is definitely like packing like maybe like 1 to 2 Necro Valleys.
Oh, they're already next game. Of course, it was repeating. That makes sense. Fine. They didn't need to
Yeah.
switch out. Technically, they should ping for that, but still notice it, so we're all good.
Diva again.
I think who went first changed this time, but nothing really matters. Unless like we were talking about that neck earlier. Open neck, but it's better to go first, I guess.
Yeah.
Not like you can choose what turn you go anyway. Yep, same plays last time. Well, talking about like the materials for the dweller. Book of Moon, okay. I kind of attempted to just book that, so not worry about it. Maybe you want to pop it later, maybe not? I don't know. No, let's pop it now. Okay. You could have waited till when they pass to end phase. I think you can pop it before Lila activates, maybe? No, I guess not.
Yeah, did he
Hmm?
lose the book and the infantry over that Lila?
Well, yeah, you let the book go, like pop the book,
And then
he infantry and he's defect to pop it.
yeah,
I feel like book would
he
probably
could have
better.
just. So there's actually a cool interaction here. If you wait for the Lila to target the book and then you chain the book, then he can't flip the Lila back up until
Right.
like 2 turns later after.
Oh, I
Because
didn't know
Lila's effect, yeah, because Lila's effect to lock itself
that. Yeah.
is still applied because it's not negated.
Yeah.
It's just not fully resolved.
It's not.
So that part of the effect still
It's not
applies.
surviving till then, but that's interesting to know. It's probably not surviving till then. Yeah, I would have to think about that. We're not just naturally figured that out by reading the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. It doesn't have to actually resolve the full effect for that. It's just the target.
Yeah. It's yeah. But his hand is just so weak that it doesn't. It looks like he's gonna lose this anyways.
Yeah.
That was the most high value Lila I've ever seen. Actually, no. Like the other Lila in this match was pretty high value too.
I
Like,
never Lila won the game.
He used it, and then he negated with Arvada, but then you can just use the effect again because.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's why I was confused at first.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought Arvada destroyed.
No.
Yeah, and that's like, okay, you didn't destroy. You just used the effect again.
Yeah.
Well, didn't have a follow up for the. Well, didn't have lethal follow up rather. Or chose not to commit. What do you want here? I guess maybe a loop line? Getting started?
What's up?
I guess like a draw line, either having like normally a loop line would be nice.
I assume like so. Usually, like Thunder Dragon's like hard passing hands are usually hands consisting of like the Chaos monsters like Lavinier and Duo, or like Roar Hawk without having targets in the grave.
Yeah.
That's usually what I would consider them. And usually those hands can only be saved by like
aloof or charge.
Yeah.
Even if you draw something playable like a Dragon Dark or something, by the time you draw it, it's like it's too late.
Yeah. Passing turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing to commit or.
Or like
Spare,
maybe like even some type of Sphere Karibo. Like I was
Yeah.
saying earlier, like his list is 22 cards. I could expect some type of Sphere
Oh,
Karibo.
Necro.
Yeah. I'm curious what the card is. It's probably infantry. Yeah.
Repeat paying off. And guess it's going nicely, only one more player. Oh, you're already in. Oh, nice. Prompt, I like it. Also, Vander's down, I can note that.
So I was talking a lot about Dark Lords at the beginning of the war, but it doesn't look like we're seeing any. Like we
Yeah,
haven't
it's like
seen any
your
at
team
all.
brought any.
I mean, it could be coming out here with the stick chair, with the Destiny Draw stick chair version, but
Also just
like,
passed.
this could be anything. It's more than likely Lunalight, to be honest. I mean, this being Lunalight would be very.
I mean, it's Dark Lords, it's not a good thing you just passed.
I mean, Dark Lords can usually do something, right?
Yeah, it's like, well, what they do, they just pass now. Like, it's more likely Lunalights. I hope so. Oh, like really?
Well, you can. I imagine it's Lunalight.
Yeah.
Just because, like, with the Necro Rally, but I don't know. It's like their last player. Like, they need, like, how many options can they have? Yeah, Veil. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Lunalight.
So we didn't. What decks do we see other than like Dark Lords? We got a lot of like Thunder Dragons, Water, Fiery Kings, and Little Lights. I already said Little Lights. I think I did.
You can't get over the
No.
Veil. That'd be funny.
I don't feel like it's a Thunder Dragon player. I mean, it could be, but I don't think the chat has it right there. They've already taken 14.
You must have like monsters in hand,
Yeah.
but it would have to be monsters that are not infantry or diva, right? So maybe like marksman. Attack Squad is literally like the worst normal summon in the deck. Maybe he has like multiple copies of Necro Valley even, right? I think that could be pretty realistic.
Swing in, fair enough.
Mhm.
Oh, he's swinging again, interesting.
Well, because this marksman's only going to be summoning an infantry,
Oh, hello, Veil.
and he has another Veil. Yeah.
That's fortunate.
Mm-hmm. And now he'll get Destiny Draw too.
No.
Oh, he doesn't need it.
Just not using it, but I wouldn't think so. Oh, okay. Just playing passively. Maybe you don't have, like, if you have a bunch of Spear Curves in hand, there's no point in you drawing yet.
Mm-hmm.
Chat's going for Rico. His brother chat is.
I mean, that's Mystic, right? Isn't that their team owner?
That's Brendan's. Is that Mystic? No, Mystic's the other. Okay. Oh, there's two people cheering. I see now. For some reason, I can read the
Not
blue easier
committing.
than the purple.
To be honest, I like the way Sachi. Is it Sachi? Yeah, I like the way Venator's playing this. He's not committing to exceed summon because he understands that going for the exceed play doesn't accomplish anything.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Unless you're a gaming man, it doesn't accomplish much, right?
Well, it's also like they're gonna if they're making a fusion, it's gonna be the big saber dancer, which you can't out with Dweller anyways, right?
Fair. Oh, here's a big fusion.
Like the only real out you can have to saber dancer is having like Dweller plus the Hope Woven.
Moon, probably your own monster. No,
Yeah.
It's not like it's another pig.
Yeah. But if he has a Diva here, or even like two water monsters, it might end up working out very like kind of well for him. But I think the other side does have the hand trap.
That's fair. Like I'd say the other card, the mystery card, probably hand trap.
Yeah, but that like they would be able to get over this if they have it, just because like it'd actually be really like you could even make like double Shark Drake. No, not double Shark Drake, double Hope Woven, and then you could like crash, and then try to go for game that way. But I think we've seen Sphere Karibo delay.
Yeah, it's like I know it meant you can't summon double Shark Drake.
It might be worth it actually because the last card they have in their hand is Lunalight. They did add a Lunalight fusion, so.
Right.
But the other card, if it's Sphere Karibo, then like you force them to draw a Lunalight monster just to activate the fusion, and then it would only be a 2-material one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Spider like Sharker is actually really good, like a Hope Woven. Especially if you can go Diva and make 2 of them. Yeah.
Skills once per turn, isn't that? Or does it just make them like all the way 4 for the turn?
Oh yeah, you're right, yeah. It is only once per turn.
Yeah. I think it only affects the ones you currently control.
Yeah.
I don't see them wording it, so it wouldn't.
Like Buzzsaw Shark or Gishki Chain is like both pretty good here. Technically, even this is like not bad because you'll be able to crash.
And you revive.
Yeah, exactly.
Sphere.
Wait, how come I'm still in the main phase?
What? We're in battle, so.
Like I can even see in the stream that I'm like further behind.
Yeah. I don't think I was clicking anything.
Yeah, I'll restart my.
Okay.
Maybe I'm lagging.
Maybe.
On my phone.
That's kind of interesting because like usually I'm behind stuff. Like
Well, sometimes it's just like you just like momentarily disconnect.
Yeah.
And then like you get stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, but like on Twitch and like YouTube, my chat is usually behind whatever it actually is. Oh, manager scoops.
Actually, you know, DNF. When I watch his streams, his chat messages will show up on his stream before they show up in my chat.
Yeah, that's how it streams always is for me, Twitch.
Oh really? It's only like that for DNF.
What am I doing? That's wrong. That's wrong button. Okay, so Vanter lost again, I believe. So puts the score 6-8.
Yep. Bit of a comeback.
Yep.
But they can't afford to lose many more lives.
They can afford to lose 1.
Yeah.
takes her more to find stuff. There we go.
ASAP was right. Yeah, you can't revive with the hope woven under the Nectar Valley.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of the.
But still, like the shark is still like the correct play because it's the main way you would be able to get over the.
If you're gonna get
Yeah.
over it, that'll be how.
Yeah, because like once they get like one more in the grave, you're not getting over it.
Yeah, it gets too big. There we go. Game started. It's kind of interesting looking at the overlay on my side because it looks like it to be more compact. Yet it's like I have to take a longer time to read it.
Looks fine for me.
Well, I mean, like over the sort of thing.
Oh, on the OBS.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more compact. It's just
Okay,
like
so
more
there's
folders to read.
their counter to Luna Light is Triumph, or is this? Yeah, this is
No,
Vista.
that's the wrong
Yeah.
button. Bottom. That's right, and this is what I need to change.
You can give Vista back his first step. Right.
This is just entered in. It was Vanter. I was correcting for Vanter because
That's
they
what I'm
left.
saying. Yeah, like, never mind. Forget what
Yeah.
I said. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I got it right this time. Yeah, you just entered in, so it's. And if anything, I'm not taking away a deck.
Not sure how good Triumph is here.
I'm not trying to beat
Like,
currently.
Hmm?
Like, it's not a bad deck, but I wonder what it actually counters.
It has some pretty good matchups, but I'm not sure if I would consider Luna Light one of them.
At this point, could be just
He's
what you
going
have.
for.
But, I don't know.
Uh,
But you're on the
looks like he's going for game, but this is actually pretty not recommended because what will end up happening is he can set up King Golem, and then King Golem will prevent Triple Fox from negating a targeting effect.
Or you could maybe you could
Then
even
he'll be
like
able to-
what did you call it? Pulse. I think it's try
Yeah,
Pulse.
it could be Pulse, it could be Tretch. Either is fine as long as he has King Golem up.
Yeah. Yeah, that like it's like it was balance, wasn't it? Or was it? What skill was it? Let's see. Actually, I haven't checked if balance is illegal.
This is actually game. This
Oh,
is
are
already
you? Of
game.
course,
If
you
you-
actually balance tournaments.
this game's over actually. Because he goes King Golem here, and then he just searches any level, like he searches Master,
Yeah.
or like Dancer, doesn't matter.
Sphinx apparently.
Okay. Then it's not game yet. Unless he has Tretch. He could Tretch himself and summon the Sphinx, right?
I'll check that.
Yeah.
It doesn't say opponent's card effect.
Yeah, he has the Tretch, so that's game.
Yeah. Was Tretch not really mattered? Had to be warning of that really.
Oh my god, one shot.
Yeah.
So I guess Trimate is a pretty effective counter.
Apparently, yeah.
Especially if you can get Sphinx to that point, so that's big enough to run over the Saber Dancer.
So let's see, that was
That puts Duel Links Taiwan on match point.
match point.
Or is that game point? Match point is when
match-
both. Match point is 9-9, right?
I never really thought of it that way.
I don't play tennis. I only know this stuff from Wii Tennis.
I don't even think of tennis.
Oh yeah.
I don't play tennis. I wouldn't know.
Also, we have the legendary 6-9. Always classic. The last deck is Water, which is probably one of Trimate's better matchups, to be honest. But like, it's not like Trimate doesn't really hard counter anything. It's just like it's
Solid
very
deck.
consistent, right? Yeah, but Water struggles a lot with other decks that play trap cards, I guess. That's a really beautiful Lightsworn map, though.
Yeah, it is.
Well, maybe not the Radiant frame, but the other ones.
Yeah, sometimes I don't like using anime map if I don't like one of the panels.
Yeah.
Down the others.
I was actually thinking the other day, like, it'd be really cool if they made some mats for, like, Worlds promotion of, like, the previous Worlds winners, like, the decks they used, they took, like, one monster from each of them and made, like, an animated mat with those.
Oh, neat. I like that idea. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Like, for example, like, the first year, I think Timmy used, like, Mill deck, Toons, and, like, Ninjas. And you could take, like, one monster from each of his decks and just make, like, an animated
Okay,
mat
now,
like
now
that.
you're pitching. I like that even better now. Like the idea is it's one from each deck they used. I like that idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
I was thinking like one card from the deck. Like, oh no, that's even better. If you use it from multiple decks.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And then, the second year was not as amazing, but it would still be like, ooh, Necro Valley's pretty huge here.
Yeah.
I feel like he has Sphinx though.
I was like, what do you do if Space comes out? Did you just lose?
Uh,
Oh.
I mean, you can still tretch it at this point in the.
Right, because it can't get the field
only
spell out.
the only issue here is if the Tri-Mid player doesn't have a monster. But I feel like if they didn't have a monster, like they would. There's no way they have triple field spell in there, right? Or like double field spell. Yeah, exactly. Especially when they went like Cruiser, get King Golem to get a monster, and that monster was Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do.
So Fiendish Chain here. He ends up setting the card he drew. Tretch here would be huge. Huge.
Oh, still alive.
Huge.
For both players, but more. Yeah, there is.
Like, but the thing is, yeah, yeah.
It's
Tretch
also
here
good
is
for the
huge,
Triumph
but-
player. Yeah.
Lance. But
I guess it reduces damage, but
that's
yeah.
that's so weak, yeah.
Yeah. I guess you're just afraid of dying at that point.
Well, now he has no back row, and like he used Lance to protect a 1400 monster, you know.
Oh, you hope your opponent doesn't have a monster, because then that monster can't swing anyway. They want to build.
Yeah.
Well,
And then now he's gonna lose to this master.
Well, I guess you want a Diva maybe.
Yeah,
Well, Pulse is
you need
technically
Diva,
stretch,
you need the
so-
set to be Pulse. If it was like Diva with Pulse set, then like there's like some room for play. But then
Pulse
even
or
then
Stretch,
it's
they're
like,
both dead.
yeah, exactly.
It's probably not Tretch, it's probably a Pulse, because he would have used it earlier otherwise. But yeah, I think it's more
I mean,
likely
if
to
you
use
had
it
double
earlier,
Tretch
but
set,
yeah,
I don't think there's an opportunity for him to stretch before he used the second one.
maybe.
It's kind of weird. Oh no, this is correct. Yeah,
Let's go for game.
he's getting another
No, it's
master
not
for
game yet.
game. Oh, it is game with another master.
Oh right, the search.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will be a rapid, it appears.
Yep. Very clean, 10-6.
Yeah.
For Duel Links Taiwan, they've actually been doing really well.
And they went like
I
what,
think
10,
they won
was
their
it 10-5
last
or
year.
10-4 last time?
Was it? I thought it was 10-7. But either way, it's very good. Like
They did better than that.
after
Last time
like
it
they
was
did
like,
really well in their like 2 seasons ago, but last season was like kind of unpredicted failure for them. But looks like their first 2 weeks are starting off really good.
right,
Yeah.
and I will ask for interview.
And I will not be here for that interview.
Okay.
So, all right. Have a good stream, man.
Okay, you're saying no. Fair enough. Okay. And that will be it, actually. I don't think we're rating anyone. Doesn't really look like it, as far as I know. Okay. Actually, let's just ask in chat. Are you rating anyone? How many mods are online? that, thank you for coming. Well, I guess I think we're done here. Oh, have a good night, everyone.